I have never had the intention to ever start a cake business. All-nighters, the struggle. I had no interest in baking. It wasn't even in my path of journey of what I wanted to do with my life. Who or what inspired you? No one and nothing. I supported my dream until my dream could support me. To be honest, you have to love what you're doing. I don't feel like I'm gonna further pursue making cakes in England. To be honest, Hey guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm answering the one infamous question you guys have been asking me for years. Obviously not all of you have been asking me, but a majority of you have, and I get a lot of very similar questions. So before I start this video, make sure you're subscribed to my channel to see more videos, and make sure you like this video if you have been waiting for this video, and make sure you leave a comment down below and tell me what you guys are eating for dinner today, because food is life, right? Oh yeah, and happy Thanksgiving, because it's Thanksgiving as I record today or tomorrow. I'm not quite sure, but happy Thanksgiving. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about how I started my cake business, how to start a cake business. I mean, I'm just going to tell you guys what I know and what I learned along the way, how it all began, how it started, the struggles, the non-struggles, the adventures, the all-nighters, the struggle. But yeah, so I'm gonna go through all that with you guys, answer a bunch of your questions. I did ask you guys on Instagram what questions you had in regards to this topic of conversation. So if you guys aren't following me on Instagram and you guys want to be part of these videos, make sure you guys follow me right over here. I have never had the intention to ever start a cake business. I never even baked as a kid or growing up. I had no interest in baking. It wasn't even in my path of journey of what I wanted to do with my life, but it's just something that happened along the way as I was trying to figure life out. So we're gonna take this back all the way to 2013, which was like 6 years ago, I believe. And that was when I first started doing security. I started bouncing at clubs. For those of you who don't know what bouncing is, it means you're a security guard in clubs, because when people are acting up, you bounce them out to get it. And then at the same time, I used to go to school for nursing. I also used to work in a pharmacy. So I had 2 jobs and I went to school full time. And then I just, one day I'm like, yo, I feel like making cupcakes. Let's see what kind of flavor or whatever I can come up with. So I was just bored and experimenting. This is how I figure out hobbies in my life. So I just started experimenting. I made some cupcakes. I made little mini ones because I don't know who's gonna eat gigantic cupcakes if they didn't even taste good. So I made those cupcakes and then I just took them to work, like at my security job, because by 3-4 in the morning, all the guys I work with are always so hungry. So I'm just like, I'll just feed these guys and I won't have to waste food or throw them out, and I can still continue making cupcakes if that's what I enjoy doing, just for fun, no intentions of work or whatever. I just started doing that a lot. Like I used to work every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sundays, sometimes Thursdays or whatever. And then I used to just take them to work and everyone used to love them. And then management from different clubs started approaching me and they were like, hey, do you want to host this event with us? Like you can provide the cupcakes, bring them in, like we'll pay you and whatever. I'm like, sure, I'm down. But this was like 500 cupcake orders like per club kind of situation. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll do it. Of course. From there, I did that for a bit. And then I started making like cupcakes a lot, and I started taking cupcake orders randomly for like, it was like very, very minimal. It was like something on the side, right? And then one day, one of the promoters at one of the clubs came up to me and he's like, hey, can you make a cake for my girlfriend? I'm like, yes, of course I can make a cake for your girlfriend. What kind of cake does she want? And I said yes. I took the order. I went home and I struggled some more. By the 3rd time, I nailed the cake. I took the cake to the customer. He gave it to his girlfriend and she absolutely loved it. And then from there, like I posted it on Instagram. And then from there, it was all like word of mouth. So like all my friends and family, they started ordering cakes and everything. And then from there, they started referring me to their family and friends. And then they started referring me to their family and friends. And it just kind of grew slowly. Of course, it took me 6 years to establish a business now, but it took time. It did not happen overnight. There was a lot of struggle. That's how my cake business started. I had no intention and I just never said no. I just kept saying yes. I kept challenging myself. I love challenges. I hate having it easy. I don't know why. I don't know. I like challenges. I love difficulties. I love figuring things out. I love obstacles. Like, I don't know. I'm just that type of person. So I just never said no to a cake order. Everything I learned on my own. Basically, when I took my very first cake order, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. But through trial and error, I figured it out, and voila. Mundheep makes us born. So someone asked me, who or what inspired you to start a a cake business or start baking. Honestly, no one and nothing. It's just the hustle inspired me to create a cake business. I loved working. I loved being busy, and I loved routine. And again, like I said, I love challenges and obstacles or whatever. So just the hustle made me want to do it even more because it was challenging me every single day with all the other things that I was doing in my life. So a lot of you guys asked me, where did I get the money to start my business? Or how did I come up with the finances? Or how did I put money aside for it? I did absolutely none of that stuff. I did not go to school for business, so I don't even know, or I didn't even know anything about business. I went to school for nursing. I just started, and basically what I did was I supported my dream until my dream could support me. So I started having I was working 2-3 jobs to support my cake business because I could not just live off of the cake business until I got to a point where I started eliminating the other jobs out of my life and I was just doing my cake business. And then YouTube started. And then that's another whole thing. But yeah, so basically you just gotta support your dream until your dream can support you. And that's pretty much what I did. How did I build my clientele? Honestly, it was just by word of mouth, people referring me to other people that they knew. Social media, Instagram is a big one. And also I did a lot of free orders at the very beginning because I'm trying to get my product out. I'm trying to get people to taste the product and see how it is, create new stuff, and enhance my skills and everything. So I did a lot of free stuff at the very beginning, and that's fine because you have to start somewhere. You can't just automatically start making mad money over something that no one has an idea of what it is that you're creating, kind of thing. So it took time. It took 6 years to build a clientele pretty much, but you just gotta be patient with it. How do you stay positive while trying to grow a business? To be honest, you have to love what you're doing. If you don't love what you're doing, you're gonna struggle every single day to be positive, just to be positive. Does that make sense? If you don't love what you're doing, you're not gonna enjoy doing it. And if you don't enjoy doing it, it's gonna be very difficult to stay positive about what you do every single day. So just make sure you do something that you love, or support the thing that you love until that thing can support you. Oh my God, I love this question. Someone asked me, how do you deal with cheap clients or clients that don't want to drop the money for the cake? I pretty much don't. I tried to meet halfway, try to accommodate what they wanted with what I provide, with their budget and stuff. But sometimes, honestly, you just can't do it. Sometimes you can because there's room for negotiation. But a lot of the times that was not the case. Like this one time, someone asked me for a 16-tier cake, not layer of cake, but 16 cakes stacked one on top of the other for a party. And her budget was $100. I'm like, the supplies aren't even gonna cost me $100. Like, what? I couldn't do it, right? And then you have to value your time and what you're worth as well. So you can't put that aside, or else you're gonna drive yourself insane. So I mean, it is hard when you come across clients like that, but that's the reality with any business. You don't go into the Gucci store and ask for a discount or ask for a cheaper price for something. You just don't. So you gotta value yourself how these brands value themselves. Do you know what I mean? Am I going to open a store one day? I honestly don't know, to be honest. I don't know what my life looks like 5 years from now. I'm still trying to figure things out, but I am taking it day at a time. I'm doing what I love doing, and I'm just trying to focus on being happy every single day. So I don't know if a store is destined to be in my life or not, but we'll see, I guess. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow of things. You never know where you end up. How did my parents feel about starting a business? My parents support everything that I do, even the crazy lifestyle that I live with, my 20,000 jobs, working as a bouncer, whatever. Anything I did, they care about me, they love me, they want the best for me, and sometimes they worry. But no matter what I want to do, they'll always support me, which is, I'm so thankful for that. How did I learn to make cakes? To be honest, guys, I didn't learn. I self-taught myself. I went to one of those wilting classes, but I signed up for 3 of the classes, I paid for it. And then I went to the first one and I realized that I already knew everything they were teaching. So I'm just because this is a waste of my time. I basically taught myself by just never saying no. That is risky, 100%. I'm the type of person that teaches myself things so I don't have to rely on other people for. It's just the type of person I am. And I basically just never said no to any cake order. It didn't matter what shape, size, form, color, flavor, whatever it was. I always challenged myself. I always said yes. And luckily, touch black, it came out amazing. I don't know how I do it, but I just do it. I just I don't know, I have like a creative mind, so I just like do it. Like, I don't know, like I just self-taught myself. I just never said no to a single order, and the way that I got better was by continuously doing it over and over again, by being consistent. Pricing. So a lot of you guys are asking me how to price cakes because some of you guys want to start a cake business. You can't compare yourself to like a local grocery store because they don't make custom cakes. Like their cakes come from like, you know, it's bulk made, right? Every cake that you make is individually made, right? The cost of material plus bracket, the time it takes to make it multiplied by how much you think it's worth. So that is the equation of how much you should charge for your cakes. And over time, obviously your price will increase as you get more experience and build that brand for yourself, kind of thing. Hopefully that helps, because that I feel like is the perfect equation. How did I expand so quickly while studying and vlogging? Well, I was not only studying vlogging, I was studying, I was vlogging, I was doing security, I was working at a pharmacy, and running a cake business. It took me time. It took me about 6 years up until now to build a proper, consistent business with like orders and a good clientele base and all that stuff. So stuff like this does not happen overnight. You have to be patient. With a cake business or building a brand, you can't be an overnight success. You have to be consistent, you have to be patient, you have to put, and you still gotta give it your all every single day. You can't be like, okay, let me just wait like 2 years and they'll be good by then. But no, you have to treat each day like it's your last day kind of thing. So you have to give it your all every single day, all the time. Did I have any help? I had a lot of help and support. When I used to get like very big orders, like I always had people that helped me. My brother tried to help me, but he used to get distracted very easily. My best friend Bhavin helped me a lot. Her brothers were always there. My mom helped me so much. I remember one time me, my mom, my dad, and my brother, we all had like a little assembly line going for like this 1,000 cupcake order I had. It's like I would ice the cupcakes. My dad would like bring it from the counter and give it to my mom. My mom would put it in the box. My brother would like tie a ribbon, and it was like a full assembly line. It was the cutest thing in the world. I feel like everyone that's in my life has helped me with my cake business one way or another. And I'm so thankful for every single one of them. It's not easy and it's hard. It's hard to help someone when you don't know how to do it. So like the fact that they were willing to be patient and letting me teach them how to do the one task so we can do it all together. It's just like they genuinely wanted to help. So if they didn't want to help, it would be too difficult. But everyone wanted to be there for every moment of it, which was pretty amazing. Did I have a business plan when I started? No, I did not know anything about business. I'm still learning about business. I just took it a day at a time. I learned everything along the way. Of course, I had hiccups along the way and all this stuff. I didn't have contracts before, but then I got screwed over. So then I started making contracts, and it's like things you learn along the way. And I guess that's what happens when you're like an entrepreneur and just like starting a new venture that you have no idea about, or you had no plan of starting. What age did I start? I started baking, or my cake business, or the beginning steps of it, from age of 21, which was when I started working at clubs. It's been a very long time since then. Where do I get my supplies? I honestly just Google cake supplies, and it shows me all like the closest locations to buy it from. If those places don't have what I'm looking for, I usually order online. Amazon's a great place. Amazon, and then like there's like Etsy has some cool cake toppers, like customized ones if you're always looking for them. Like, you just go online and you can get anything. I feel like nowadays you don't even need to leave your house to go shopping anymore. So Google is like your best friend, like I'm telling you. Is the cake business harder now that I moved to London? I feel like ever since I moved to England, I mean I'm here now in Toronto, but ever since I moved to England, I feel like my cake business went on hold. I tried to do cakes there the time that I was there, and I didn't feel like it was the same. I didn't have that same spark within me while I was creating these cakes. I don't know, it just wasn't the same. And I don't feel like I'm gonna further pursue making cakes in England because, to be honest, my heart's not there. I don't have that same drive that I do here. And it took me 6 years to build my business in Canada, and to start it again from scratch is like the time that I could use to do something else. Do you know what I mean? So to answer that question, no, I don't think I'm gonna be doing any cake orders in England, unfortunately, guys. However, I'm still taking cake orders in Toronto. So if you guys in Toronto want a cake, let me know. Holla at your girl down below. My email address will be there. Just let me know if you want a cake order. In Toronto only. All of you out there that are wanting to start a cake business, make sure it's something that you want to do. You have to be very, very patient with it. It's very tiring. I sacrificed a lot of my social life because of all the other jobs I was doing at the same time to support my cake business. But even when I wanted to include that social life into my work life, then I'd be sacrificing sleep. So there was never a moment where I was like, everything was balanced. I was always sacrificing something for something. And you just gotta figure out what your priorities are, if you actually wanna do it or not. And you just have to be really, really consistent and passionate about it. And just one tip of advice, be honest with your clients. If there's something they ask you to do and you honestly can't do it, just don't take the order. I've been screwed over before I started making cakes like so many times, even with other things like making clothes or making whatever. Just if you genuinely can't do it or you don't think you can grasp the concept, just be honest and be like, yo, I don't think I can do it. Because the last thing you want is a client to be upset. I don't know why I did it. I don't know. I've been blessed with the talent to just say yes and create. I'm a creative, so that just came to me. That's how I learned. But if you can't do it, because that's not for everyone, then don't do it. So I think that's like one big tip I can give you. I feel like I've answered majority of like the most asked questions. But if there's something that I missed, please leave it down below in the comment section. I will answer it for you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I have missed you. I am back and I'll see you guys in a few days. I love you so much. Peace out.